religious extremism has no place in society. I'm going to play you a video. I'm going to show you a video of a woman who left her church. And as a result of leaving her church, she lost everyone in her family. She lost her parents. She lost friends and coworkers, and because of religious extremism. Watch this.
In 2020, my husband, myself, and our 3 daughters were shunned by our entire family, both my husband's side and mine, by both our parents, our siblings, our cousins, aunts and uncles, everyone. Our daughters lost their grandparents, not to mention our entire friend base, our entire community. You're probably thinking, why? How could this happen? Parents don't just shun their kids for no reason. My husband and I were both born and raised into Jehovah's Witness families. I did not like being one of Jehovah's Witnesses. I never agreed with the beliefs. Disfellowshipping was the biggest one for me. Not allowing blood transfusions was another one. There were just so many things. But I chose to be a good daughter, listen to my parents, remain as a Jehovah's Witness. You get married young, you have your babies young. You act and dress the way they want you to. You go to all the meetings, you go out in service. This is a very high control organization. You're not allowed to celebrate birthdays, Christmas, Easter, no celebrating Mother's Day, Father's Day, Halloween, Valentine's, no magic, no tooth fairy. The list is just endless. There are a lot of rules about what you can and can't wear, especially as a woman. In my late 20s, after having our 3 daughters, I became a fitness trainer. I started working at an all-female fitness studio. Pictures would get posted on Instagram, like after class group pictures. Well, the elders of our congregation saw these photos, and they didn't like what I was wearing, which was leggings and a sports bra. The elders came up to my husband at our next meeting. They showed him a picture of what I was wearing and told him that they didn't approve. My husband told them he thought I looked amazing and that he bought me that outfit, which he did for our anniversary. A few weeks later, we arrive at our meeting. One of the elders gets up on stage in front of about 100 people, the entire congregation, and spends about 20 minutes publicly shaming me, telling them I am bad association, that they shouldn't spend time with me. Also, this is all being said in front of my 3 daughters. I just couldn't do it anymore. I could not remain one of Jehovah's Witnesses. This is not how you treat people. My husband and daughters, we were all in agreement. I told my mom and dad what had happened. Oh, and I was 37 years old at the time. So I tell my mom and dad the whole situation and that I cannot remain as one of Jehovah's Witnesses anymore. My mom, who was my absolute best friend, texted me and said to not ever call, text, or visit ever again. I told my mom that I loved her, that I will always love her, that I'm always there for her, and that she's always welcome in my life. And that was back in 2020. Then both my parents passed away. We wanted to be there with her in her final days, but she told us it would be offensive to God if we were there. Leaving the Jehovah's Witness organization was one of the best decisions we've ever made. We finally have our freedom. We've been able to celebrate 5 birthdays, 5 Christmases, 5 Easter. There's so much more to this story, but it's like a weight has been lifted off of our shoulders. My husband and I are closer than we've ever been. Our girls are able to be friends with whomever they choose, date whomever they choose. We've spent the last 5 years just starting over, rebuilding, making new friends. Thank you for watching and all of your support.
Right off the bat, let me say congratulations on breaking that generational bullshit with your own children and allowing your children to grow up with critical thinking and the ability to make decisions for themselves. Congratulations on your freedom, your husband's freedom, the freedom of your overall family. The next thing I want to talk about are your parents. I understand that you still loved your parents and still wanted to be a part of their life, and there's probably a great deal of pain there that you didn't have a relationship with them in the last however many years of their life. It is of my opinion, and only my opinion, that relieving yourself, your husband, and your children of that toxicity was necessary, was good. Now to the root of the matter. This is religious extremism. This is what extreme religions do to families and communities and networks, and it's brutal to see. It's brutal to see. Their entire community turned their back on them because they wouldn't bend the knee to the wills of the religious extremism that was their life. I could never do that. You don't tell my wife or my daughters what they're going to wear. You don't tell my wife or my daughters how they're going to live and how they're going to behave and what they're going to do outside of your church to begin with. I mean, she was wearing workout clothing at a workout place. Just because you can't keep your thoughts pure doesn't mean that she needs to dress according to how you need her to dress. Oftentimes you'll see memes on social media, Facebook, Twitter, things like Instagram. If you could rid the world of one thing, what would it be? And you'll see people say cancer, hate, hunger, crime, religion. If I could rid the world of one thing, it would be all organized religion, as if none of it ever existed.